Hello, my beautiful butterflies and my spiritual misfits. This is Joy of Magical Butterfly Spirit. I want to thank you guys so much for being here. This reading is going to be on the death of Kevin Samuels. If some of you guys are fans of the Kevin Samuels, my sympathy to you, for real. I might not have been a fan of his. That does not mean I wish someone ill will, especially death. I also feel sorry for his mom who discovered that he died through social media. That's not the way to find out your child died. Um, so I wanted to start off with that. Also, I want to let you guys know ahead of time, if you at any point, at any time, you're tired and done on my rambling. Timestamps are in the descriptions as well as the chapter markers. So go ahead and jump to at any time any questions that you have regarding the tarot. So that being said, let's get started with the disclaimer. I wrote up a disclaimer, y'all, because you know I be getting in on these tarot readings. All right, so the following video and reading is for entertainment purposes only. It should be viewed as celebrity gossip and hearsay. Everything said in my videos are all alleged, and I have no eyewitness or on-hand account of any words and or actions mentioned. Please take all information given with a proverbial grain of salt, and please use your own discernment. That being said, let's enjoy ourselves while watching this reading. All right, so there's that. Also, thank you to all my subscribers who are commenting in the videos about Amber and Johnny. Let me tell you guys are going in. You guys are truly going in, and I'm loving it. I am loving it. I am gonna do a who is the daddy of AH embryos. I cannot put it here on YouTube. If you watch any of the previous videos, you understand why, and it has nothing to do with legal reasons. Therefore, it's going to be on my Patreon. I'm going to put it up sometime this week, probably Wednesday. I just heard by Wednesday. And it's going to be for the Spiritual Misfits tier. So I have two tiers on my Patreon. The Beautiful Butterflies, which is $13. I was going to say $13 an hour. I wish. No, it's $13 a month. And and then you have the Spiritual Misfits, which is $47. And as I mentioned in another video, the reason why I priced it at that price point for the Spiritual Misfits is because the type of videos I plan to put on there will be considered controversial. And for that reason, it's not for everybody. And I want to make sure I'm not getting trolls on there. So if I price it for $5 and everybody could jump in on that, it opens it up to a wider audience. And I don't want that vibe. So I set it at $47 for that reason. And two is because every month you're gonna get a personal reading from me regarding a collective reading from my ancestors. It's not a collective reading. It's a general reading from my ancestors to you personally. So it's right now I'm only allowing 18 people for the Spiritual Misfits. Once it's closed unless my ancestors tell me I could go ahead and open up again for more people. So that's one. Two, Beautiful Butterfly tiers, the $13 open to everybody. Just a quick agenda for this week. For the Beautiful Butterflies and Spiritual Misfits, you're going to get a guided meditation into the Akashic records. I'm going to record it soon and going to have it uploaded this week, early this week, probably by Monday, I'm thinking. And then two, I'm also this week going to put out a ancestor guided collective reading for both the Beautiful Butterflies and the Spiritual Misfits. For the Spiritual Misfits, it's going to be two readings. We're going to do is Johnny part of the Marilyn Manson squad? Because you guys been asking about that in the comments. And two, who is the daddy of Amber's embryos? The fact that I have to word it like that, whenever it comes to Amber and the Amber show, it's always messy. The readings always turn out messy. The fact that I have to ask a question, who is the daddy of the embryos, is messy. Mr. EM, I'm sure is going to show up at some point in that reading. So anyway, so there's that. Now on to this reading, which is Kevin Samuels. First off, I want to tell you, no, I was not a fan of Kevin Samuels. I wasn't. He was, in my opinion, a very toxic individual who spewed a lot of toxic male masculinity topics, which validated those men and women who agreed with those same toxic beliefs. So, no, I was not a fan of his. He went from entertaining, because when I first started watching it, I found it entertaining, until I realized that people were actually believing this. So I was like, no, and I stopped watching him. But it doesn't matter if you're watching him or not, you're going to hear about him because he was very popular. And I even did a high value women tarot reading. It was like my own little way of counteracting the definition of high value, because he took it from what it really meant to this toxic description. So, and I'm hearing right now, there's people on here who are fans of Kevin Samuels who are watching this, who are getting agitated with me. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You have every right to your opinions and how you felt about him, and I have every right in my opinions about how I feel about him. Am I biased? Obviously. Am I sorry the man is dead? As a human, of course. But I am, listen, you can't, I'm going to get into that in this tarot, because when I found out he died, the messages were coming in left and right when I found out he died. All right, so I'm asking an Archangel to watch over this reading. Let's see who's here, who's volunteering to guide and protect me and my viewers during this reading. We have Saint Bridget. We have a woman coming through. I mean, come on, guys. Passion, fire, and growth. So you're already seeing where this is going. We have somebody else. Who else is here? Archangel Raphael. Intuition, health, and healing. Commander Ashtar, Starseed. Got my Starseed protection as well. Anybody? Yeah. All right, that's we're good to go. Archangel Michael is on deck as well. I already spoke to him, and I got the clearance along with my ancestors to do this reading, because that's what I do before I do it. And they told me I could go in as deep as I want to. And the reason why, this is the start of the reading, guys. The reason why is because, as you could tell by the title of this video, this was not a death that just naturally happened. I'm allowed to say this because the person / people who are involved in this situation wants people to know about it. It is giving off the energy of Samuel L. Jackson towards the end of the trial in A Time to Kill, when he said, yeah, I do it and I'll do it again. This is the energy that's coming through from the moment I heard about his death, or his possible death, because when it first started popping off, we weren't sure it was him. Before I even get into this reading, the lady who was with him at the time had nothing to do with this. Wrong person, wrong time. Simple as that. So you could cross that off your conspiracy theory list. And the fact that you guys are going after her is really telling about the fans of Kevin Samuels. Y'all leave that lady alone. She honestly and truly did not do anything. She really didn't. All right, so leave her be. I'm not even gonna even ask the question, is she involved? I'm not. So that's what you're here for. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. All right, so there's that. So 2, we're gonna actually get into the actual reading. So the first question, the reason why you're here, was his death spiritually orchestrated? I think I already answered that. It's more about the why. And you guys could kind of guess. You know what? This is channeling in, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Right women, wrong time. He got into it with the right woman, and she knows the right women. I think she's watching. I really do think she's watching this right now. let me tell you guys about the divine feminine. And I mentioned this in the Rihanna tarot reading. Don't F with divine feminines. And guess who gets F with the most? Divine feminines. But don't do it. Don't. We have the word divine in front of our names for a reason. You know? Divine feminines and divine masculines. You could look at it as the chosen ones. That's the word that's been going around lately. You could look at it as a spiritual ascension. That's another word that's been going around lately. These are men and women who were either born to be divine feminines and divine masculines, or have gone through the shadow work to become a divine feminine and divine masculine. We are spiritually protected on some levels, some more than others. Kevin Samuels messed with the wrong woman. Right woman, wrong time. It's as simple as that. And y'all gonna learn. I was watching a TikTok video where the guy was saying, like, us light workers, us empaths, us spiritually guided people, we're done. We're tired. Y'all beat up on us because you think it's easy for you to do. Because we sit back and we let it happen because we know to let things play out. People are going to get their karma on their own in divine timing, and we're just going to sit back and stay out of it. But what y'all don't know, and y'all learning, is the 22222 portal open up a new timeline. And it allows spiritually protected children of God to defend themselves with light or no retribution, because the universe is upset and tired of it as well. Therefore, the scales have to be tilted back to balance. How do you do that? If the scales are like this, with people who are low value, I'm going to use the word low value in honor of Kevin Samuels, and low vibrational, keep targeting high value, spiritually high value and high vibrational people, you need to tip the scale somehow, right? So now the people who have been constantly hit on have the power to balance the scales. And you're going to see this play out a lot. It's being played out now. The whole thing with Johnny and Amber is being played out to balance the right. Not because Johnny is a divine masculine. It's definitely not because Amber is a divine feminine. It's because of the lies that Amber is saying and using against, and she's using stories of women who have gone through that against somebody. And if this was just between the two of them, it wouldn't have the same retribution needed. But because she's famous and he's famous, because this is being played on the world stage, because you're going to have people who are already inclined not to believe the Me Too movement, women who claim to be raped or molested or so on and so forth, abused. And you also have men who have gone through similar situations of abuse and scared to tell the tale because they're a man. And because they're a man, people are at least less likely to believe them, because they're going to say, oh, you let a woman do that to you? So now you have that playing out, and people are going to say, oh, they're lying like Amber did. Because those people only need just a little bit to not believe somebody. So what's going to happen? You're seeing it played out. You know, regardless of how you feel about Johnny or Amber, what you're seeing right now is karma being played out. Because trust and believe, God hasn't even started on Amber yet. All right. So I'm sorry, I got on my high horse. Now I'm starting the tarot reading. I'm sorry, guys. Was his death spiritually orchestrated? I answered that question already, but I'm going to go in on it, all right? I have the hangman, patience and time. This was planned. Like, I don't feel like it was just like they decided yesterday to do this. We have the tower in the reverse. The hangman. I'm going to try to remember to show the cards to you guys. That looks good right there. The high priestess in the reverse. I told you, do not with a divine feminine. Do not. And look who showed up. Y'all gonna learn. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm gonna tell you who that is in a second. We have the Ten of Cups upright. I'm gonna tell you about that in a second. The Queen of Cups. Oh, Kenneth Samuels, what do you do? What do you do, sir? Page of Pentacles. Ooh, that goes into my second question. I think I'm just going to do both questions at the same time. The Queen of Swords. Where does you go? Thank you. It's more like this. I'll explain the layout as well. The World. Where are we going? We're going underneath the tower. I'm going to start cursing in a second. Yeah. All right. Okay. Ooh, Lord. Listen, guys. Any more? We'll say yes. We got a lot to say. They have a lot to say. All right. So my second question was going to be, did he die broke? And the reason why I was going to do that question is because it's relevant to his whole brand of a high value man, right? A high value man, high value woman. And he related it towards very materialistic things, as well as your status and how many children you had and what you weighed and size and everything. And it wasn't just towards women. It was he applied it to men. He was equal opportunity. I'll give him that. I will give him that, because if he felt like a man wasn't high value, he had no problem telling them his definition of high value. Ooh, my back's starting to hurt. That means some of y'all are not happy with what I'm saying, but I don't care. I truly don't care. Gosh, they really do have a lot to say. Jesus, they have a lot to say. Gosh, I'm gonna use the whole deck. All right, I'm gonna show you guys these cards. It's just that these cards are flying out. Like, okay, whew, we're done. We're done. I have to get this organized. Let me organize these. It's the same cards. I don't want you guys thinking I'm pulling some separate cards. It's just I'm trying to get it organized a little better. All right, so we have the Two of Cups in reverse, the Three of Cups in the reverse. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. We have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Is this the 8 or the 9? 8. The Hermit upright. The Emperor is in the upright, but they're telling me don't read it that way. Don't read it that way. The bottom of my deck is the Justice card. Don't read it that way. Oh, it wasn't just women involved in this. Wasn't just women. All right. I'm putting the Justice card on the table as well. We have the Five of Swords. This man got, like I said, he got into it with the wrong people. Putting that over the Ten of Swords. I have the Knight of Cups upright. That's going with the Two of Cups in the reverse. That's his friends. That's the people who care about him. I'm really sorry for your loss. I truly am. I might not have liked his stance on relationships. It doesn't mean I'm not, somebody died. People cared about him. He had family. And his friends, you know, they're sad about it. His family, they're sad about it. I have the yeah, they're really I'm so sorry. And if you're watching this and you know him, I am sorry. I truly am sorry for your loss. I'm not inhuman. Just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean you can't have empathy towards their family or friends that passed when it comes to someone passing away. All right, so I have the Six of Pentacles, and they want to go. They want to go with the Eight of Swords. We have the Two of Wands upside down, reverse. I'm sorry. I'm getting a message. It's throwing me off, guys. It goes with the Hermit. I have the Queen of Pentacles upright. It goes with the Emperor. I have Temperance upright. That goes with the Swords. I have the Six of Cups in reverse. It's someone that he actually knew. It wasn't just some random. I thought it was somebody he just misspoke to on Instagram. Someone he knew. Someone in his life. It wasn't just a passing person. It wasn't. It doesn't feel like. Ooh, actually, I shouldn't say that. But yeah, someone he knew. Someone that was in his vicinity. I guess that's the best way to say it. By the way, the Three of Cups in the reverse. What's that? Is it Macbeth? The Shakespeare spirit. Is it Hamlet or I think it's Hamlet. With the witches in the beginning of the play, and they're like, what is it? Hubble, toil in trouble. I don't remember. This was high school. I forgot what they were saying, but it's the witches in the beginning of Shakespeare play, which I believe is Hamlet. I could be wrong. It's either Hamlet or Macbeth. I don't remember which one. But that's them. This was spiritually orchestrated. I'm telling you. I have the Ten of Cups, which is what triggered all this to begin with. The Ten of Cups is about family and happiness and happy home, happy wife, happy dad. You have the kids dancing. You have, the home, the happy home in the background. You have they're looking at the rainbow like, basically it's the happy ending at the end of a romance novel, not romance movie. Is how you could look at the Ten of Cups. This man said the wrong thing to the wrong person, and they got their people into this. This is the cause or a major factor. And they want me to put this up here. Now I have the King of Swords. Watch what you say. The King of Swords talks about the swords is about thoughts, but I also look at it as words. Even though people consider wands as communications, I don't just limit communications to the wands. I attribute it to swords as well, because if you have a thought, there's a good chance you're gonna say it, right? And this is Kevin. This is Kevin Samuels. The King of Swords is Kevin Samuels. And this was his followers. Like they hear what he says and they take it and spread the good book of Kevin Samuels. Like he had a very strong fandom. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm saying you guys were very if you're a fan of Kevin Samuels, you guys were really good, strong, supportive fans. You guys had his back. Really and truly. I only wish he didn't take it for granted. because you guys are Kevin Samuel fans were they're really good fans. This this chair, this throne, I'm gonna try to pull it back a little bit. They have butterflies on here. Butterflies talks about transformation, but butterflies also have wings, right? Spreading the word. You could look at it. And like I mentioned before, the birds were his fans, spreading his words. They were very supportive of him to the point where they're actually supporting him. You know? And he sat on the throne supported by his fans. He wasn't just speaking what he said to can y'all still see me because I'm leaning back? He wasn't just speaking what he said because of his as entertainment. He truly believed what he meant. Like you can even see it in his face. Like he's like, this is my dogma. This is the hill I die on. Which is exactly what happened. He truly believed it. He believed in the concept of what a high value woman is and what a high value man is. Where do you go, Mr. King of Swords? Where are you heading towards? You're heading with the other swords. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords. We have we have the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords together. That's going over Kevin Samuels. They did some damage to him. I would not be surprised if people who know him personally, if he wasn't talking about having nightmares or having some problems sleeping. Or maybe he even had to take some pills. Not narcotic pills, but like sleeping aid. NyQuil. Y'all don't start a whole new rumor that he was on drugs. This was just a man who just wanted to get some sleep. They probably took some NyQuil or something to do so. Yeah, but he was having nightmares because of the gobble toll and trouble. I know I'm not saying it right, but it's still repeating in my head. So we have the Ten of Wands. This is gonna be a long reading. Y'all gonna have to bear with me. We have the Ten of Wands. I haven't even actually started the reading. I'm just spreading out the cards. Look at all these cards I have to go through. He broke up some family. Some way, somehow, he broke up a family. Had the Devil in the reverse. But they're telling me don't read it in the reverse. What do you want me to read it as? The wings. You want me to look at the wings? And they also want me to look at the fire. They want me to look. Oh, okay. So they want me to look at how the devil in the card has the torch, and he's burning the tail of the divine masculine. Oh, I don't even know why I just said divine masculine. I guess don't F with divine masculines as well. What do you do? What do you say, really? Kevin Samuels that started this. That's what I'm really trying to get to. This is my dark magic card. Dark magic, evil thoughts, negative action, negative words, and so forth. This showed up. What else showed up was my divinely guided card. But it's in the reverse. I never read this card in the reverse. When it shows up, it just shows up. There's fairies here. They're tickling my nose with fairy dust. That's why I keep scratching my nose. And fairies are mischievous and tricksters, and so when they show up, they're letting me know that tricks were at play in this. It's just further enforcing this. And by the way, there's somebody here watching this right now who does not believe any of this. So I'm asking, why are you watching a tarot reading if you do not believe in tarot? All you're doing is giving me views. You know, if you're coming here with a little bit of skepticism, I understand. But if you're flat out do not believe in tarot, why would you go around and watch tarot readings? It doesn't make sense. I don't believe the earth is flat. Therefore, I'm not going to watch people who believe the earth is flat talk about how they believe the earth is flat. I'm not going to waste my time doing that because there's nothing they can say to me can convince me the earth is flat. The earth is round. You know, so if you don't believe in tarot, you have no intention on ever in your life believing in tarot, there's absolutely nothing that I or any other person can say to you to believe, make you believe in tarot. Why are you sitting here watching a tarot reader when all you plan to do is besmirk me and put it in the comments? I'm just saying, like, if that's what you want to do with your energy and time, go for it. But I, for one, have better things to do. As I was saying, this is in the reverse, meaning that this was not divinely guided. This is not something the universe had in mind. Somebody, am I allowed to? No, I'm not allowed to say that. But I can say, humans orchestrated this through divine. No, they don't want me to use the divine. Magic, no. Spiritual is a better word, they said. Through spiritual methods. This was not divinely guided. Although, because they, can I say that? Yes. Karma was already in play for Kevin Samuels. Like I said, the universe will always set things right. It might take a very long time, like slavery, but at the end of the day, it will happen. And Kevin Samuels, I just heard get his own. He was gonna get his own anyway, regardless. But I'm gonna keep this card out because I keep referencing them. This group of people is not just women. It's a group of people help orchestrate all this because he messed with the wrong person at the right person at the wrong time. So this was not sanctioned. They just told me sanctioned. It was not as wow. My ancestors are my ancestors be telling me the craziest stuff. I just heard it was not a sanctioned hit. Golly. Oh my God. It was not a sanctioned hit. This is the hit. This is the hit. This is the order that was put in. You see the smirk on this guy? They're proud of their work. And like I said, they want everybody to know, look at the audience. They wish they could tell everybody, like, we did this for y'all. I'm hearing the words, this man was evil. It needed to be done. I did not condone I myself would not have done that, is what I should say. I myself would not have done that. I'm not judging anybody, but I myself would not have done that because I hate to say it to the people who orchestrated this, because I have a feeling at least one of you are watching. Karma works both ways, and y'all know that. Karma works both ways, and the scales have to be balanced. So I guess that's my little warning to you guys. Karma works both ways. So the people who are involved in this, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately. It's just that I don't, you know, if you cause someone's death, knowingly cause someone death on the spiritual level, the karma is big. I just heard a soul for a soul. So, and that's why I say I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have, because I personally would not want karma to be played out on me in a negative way. And a soul for a soul. And whether it happens in this lifetime or trickles out through other lifetimes, it does play out. There is a fight or argument or communication issue. A fight, argument, communication issue. Was it online? Yes. Was it on one of his Instagram lives? It was. So I was right about that. But did he know that person personally? Kind of, sort of. It wasn't a complete stranger, basically. It was someone that he was familiar with. But it doesn't feel like somebody that was, like he knew. But he was familiar with the person. Like, it wasn't like a complete stranger. Like, he's hearing like circle, but it doesn't feel like an actual, like a close. It wasn't someone like a close friend or family. So y'all don't go start digging into it. It's just like whatever circle Kevin Samuels ran in the bigger scheme of things, you know, like 6 degrees of separation. You know, kind of like that. Like, he knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody. You know, that type of deal. Fight, communication issues, misconduct, pain and suffering. He says something to the wrong woman, to the right woman, wrong time. And it set off a series of events that caused a tower moment in this person's life. This woman might be either bisexual or lesbian. I have the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. This is the Divine Feminine. This is her partner. And this is the World. The World is usually associated with completion. You can also look at the world as karma being played out. You can look at the world as a cycle beginning and ending. I'm not sure what they're trying to tell me. They're telling me look at the Tower, the Queen of Cups, and the World together. So hold on, guys. For those people, if you're new here, this happens where I just go silent trying to figure things out. Sorry. So it's just how it is. This is how I read, and I do apologize because I know it's not the most entertaining thing to do is watch somebody stare at cards. Something about Stones Beach. Cupid's arrow. Love loss. Retribution. Something he said triggered this in the High Priestess life. It set off a series of events. Which she blames Kevin Samuels for. Like, You know when someone says something to you and it triggers you, and for the rest of the day, all you keep thinking about is that person, and it just causes you to just have a really crappy day because you're so stuck on what that person said. And it might not even be a person that you value. It could just be some random stranger. It could be somebody, a customer at your job. It could be some random person you run into at the store and they make a rude comment. You know, it was a comment that he said. I'm not even sure if she was on live with him or she could just been watching the live. It feels more like she was watching the live, which makes more sense because in regards to she knowing of him and he knowing of her, you know, like it was like if I know somebody and I decide to watch their channel, but I don't necessarily know them, you know, to the point where I would be texting them or something like that. But I'm familiar enough with them that if I saw them on the street, I would say hi. It's given that energy, right? For one. For two, it feels like they were watching the live. He said something that caused the end of her family, like the end of her situation. Whatever she valued the most, it caused a series of events. What he said caused a series of events that caused this moment. The card came up in reverse. It's very interesting when you look at it from the reverse. When you look at it downwards like this, upright like this looks like a man falling down. This looks like a woman a man about to crash here, right? When you have it upright like this looks like a woman to me flying away from this person who is like being dragged down to hell. I have no idea why I see that. Like maybe it caused oh, it did. I think it caused some kind of mental episode, which I'm not judging at all. I've been there. And the Queen of Cups left the Divine Feminine. Like, I can't take this anymore. The Divine Feminine blamed Kevin for the disruption in the life. Kevin, having said the wrong thing to several people, were ready to get on board with orchestrating all this. I'm not exactly sure if they meant to cause his death. Because now I'm feeling remorse. In the beginning of this video, I was feeling celebration. Like, yeah, look what we did. Now I'm starting to feel remorse. Kids playing. Kids play with fire. I think that's why I saw the devil holding the torch. I think that's why I saw the devil holding the torch, lighting the tail. I know some people believe in the devil, some people don't. I try to tell people the devil is not necessarily the devil. The devil is just, it could just represent dark energy. It could represent evil things. It could represent alcohol. It could represent narcotics. It could represent the shadow side of a person. You know, it does not necessarily mean the devil. That being said, the devil was definitely on hand for this. It's very interesting. I'm allowed to say all this. I just heard Archangel Michael say, keep going. It's a warning to other people. What I'm saying to you guys is a warning to other people. That's why I'm allowed to do this video. Because I wasn't even sure if I should do this video. But it's a warning to other people. This is not something to play with. What happened was not something to play with. This happened 1 moon cycle, 2 moon cycles. It happened 2 moon cycles ago. The hubble hubble toil and trouble spell work happened 2 moon cycles ago. 2 full moons? New moons. 2 new moon cycles ago. I haven't even gotten to his money, guys. And this video is 46 minutes in. This is okay. I need to wrap this up. So yeah, was his death spiritually orchestrated? Yes, it was. Kevin Samuel's money. He was having some financial issues. Yes, he was. He was. Actually, this is why you don't play with karma unless you know what you're doing. His karma was the financial issues, because he was a high value man who valued men and women who he considered high value. His karma, his negative karma, his retribution was to be publicly humiliated because of not having funds. That's what would have played out. The emperor has no clothes. That's what would have played out. The emperor has no clothes. The story of the emperor who got tricked by the tailors to make him think that he was dressed out in some quality threads, when really he was naked. And he didn't realize he was naked until he had the parade, and a little kid was like naive, innocent enough to point out and said, the emperor is naked, because everybody else was like, oh wow, yeah, I love this coat, this is nice. And you had that one innocent person who pointed out that the emperor was naked, and then that's when everybody started laughing at the emperor, and the emperor was shamed, and he ran back into his castle, never to be seen again. That's the karma that would have played out for Kevin Samuels if everything was left on its own. Don't F with karma, guys. It's not for the weak. Can I say that? Yes. I have a Evoking Karma spell on my Patreon. And it has about a 2-page warning prior to even the spell starting, telling people this is a means of last resort. And the only reason I'm allowed to put it out here is because, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, the universe is tired of people effing with their spiritual warriors. And that was the absolute only reason I was able to put it on there. It's on the spiritual misfits tier. I just heard somebody ask. The spiritual misfits. Like, it's only for 18 people. This is not for public viewing. That's how powerful and untouchable that spell is, because you do not invoke karma unless you get the go ahead from your ancestors, your spirit guides, the universe. Checklist. Archangel Michael just said, check in with him. Like, you don't invoke it. You don't. You could cut cords. You could light candles, because you're like you're saying, protect me from this. You know, you could do that. That's okay. You could, but once you start dealing out karma to other people and you don't know what you're doing. Things can go south very quickly. So this video is a warning to those who think it's okay to do what happened to Kevin Samuels or somebody else, because it's not okay. Again, I'm not a fan of Kevin Samuels. I will never defend Kevin Samuel. That does not mean I think this is okay, what happened. To the person who is watching this that is involved with this, I'm being honest with you. I do not think this is okay, what happened. I am sorry. I'm genuinely sorry because I'm reading the cards. This man, actions and words did cause a series of events that got you to where you were. It truly did. I saw it. I saw it in the cards. It wasn't just you imagining things. It really happened. Because negative people have the power to cause negativity in other people's lives. And that's what happened here. I'm not even sure how to end this reading. I don't know if I should do something positive to get it out, to get it back on some kind of spiritual. I don't even know. I don't know if I should just hit end. I don't know. They want me to pull. Okay, I'll do that. Gosh. I really don't know why I be getting into these things. Sometimes I do it because I'm spiritually guided to do it. And then I think it's going to go right. And it always goes left. And it's funny to me. Not the situation is funny to me. But the fact that I'm always surprised that it goes left when I'm thinking it's going to go right is funny to me. Because you would think by now I will know. I will know better. But clearly I don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to use these cards to kind of bring the energy back. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. You guys tap into, not you guys, but the people involved in this, tap into some things they had no business tapping into. You guys might, again, not you guys, but the people who did this, might want to look into how to fix your karma. There's going to be a lot of things that you need to do to balance this out. Like volunteer work times a million type of deals. You know, like you really have to look into how you can fix this, because if left unchecked, your lives are going to go. You could just imagine. Star family, you're a part of a team of souls calling support. Aww. You guys are my star family. I'm fighting my star tribe. Here, Eric, longing for love, homesick for the stars. There's 3 star seeds that just found my channel. 2 of them is because of this video. 1 is because of the Amber Heard video with the rainbow doo-doo head on the video. They wanted me to tell you that you're star seeds. Okay. The rainbow doodle head. I love that doodle head. I'm not gonna lie. Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites. A stream of life. This is going back to what I said about trusting the universe to let things play out, and that yes, you could protect yourself. They don't want you to walk around innocent. I mean, unprotected. They don't want that, but at the same time, you have to learn to tap into. You have to go through the checklist. You have to go through the checklist. That's how I'm going to end this, as like a final warning. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. You have to go through the checklist when you guys do something like this. You have to check with your ancestors. You have to check with your angels, your spiritual guides. Check with other people. Like, it's like you really, this is some really powerful stuff. And do not, this is not for the weak, obviously. And you have to be aware of possible retribution. And then you have to ask yourself, am I okay with that? Am I okay with a soul for a soul? There's some people that are. If you're not built for that, don't even touch any of this. Don't. Because there are people who are built for this. You've heard stories. You've heard the hoodoos and voodoo stories. They're built for it. They're on this planet for it. They know exactly what to do. They know who to do it to. They are professionals. Spiritual professionals. Not necessarily like professionals where they make money. Because some don't, you'll never even know who they are. They're not out there. They're just doing it privately. These people who tap into this, they were, yes, divine feminine, but they were not practitioners of this. It feels more like they were dabblers. And they dabbled. They went in. So watch this video as a warning to you not to go in on something like this. Please, my butterflies, please. This is not for the weak. That's where I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe, like, share. You guys are like I'm going to come back after all that. But if you come back, subscribe, like, share, comments. I read all my comments. I reply to 90% of them. You know, seriously, I do. I read them all and I reply to the majority of them. I take a lot of you guys' feedbacks for future videos, whether or not I could put it on YouTube or I have to put them on Patreon, but I'm here, I'm listening. All right? So that's 1. 2, join my Patreon. Join my Patreon. What are you doing? Seriously. I mean, obviously you want to. Obviously you want to book a reading with me. Obviously, you're enjoying yourselves. Obviously, you're watching this video and you're like, I like her. I like her style. I like the way she reads. So come on, guys. Come on. Join me. This video is 29 minutes long. 57 minutes and 32 seconds long. I'm ending it. We're done. Bye.